Hi everybody, it's Brooke. Today is the day after Christmas, and I hope that you all had a wonderful day. My family and I really did. It was really nice. But I came back to show you something that I made that is not Christmas related, and that was kind of fun, too. This is a little golden book. It's a 1975 version of the Saggy Baggy elephant, which was always a big hit with me. I just think he's so cute. I did reinforce the spine and the pages of the book because it was in a little bit of rough shape, and you can definitely see its age on the cover, but I just think it's adorable. I used my cinch to bind it, so it's nice that it will open up flat, and you can wrap the pages back behind to write if you like to do that. I do, so it was fun to do something different. Again, I did reinforce the spine with duct tape. The entire story is inside intact, and I just think it's a wonderful story, and the colors are so beautiful. So the first few pages are the story, and then it goes right into a shell identification book that I've edged with some decorative paper and some fabric with stitching, and a little flower from Tim Holtz. The next page is some children's writing paper that I folded in half and glued to give it a little more strength. A little stamped bird and some crocheted lace. The page after that is a map that I stitched on some K & Company trim. It's paper, it's not fabric. And then some eyelash trim as well. Little Project Life card that makes a tuck spot. And I put a desk calendar page in there that's a coloring page. So if you get bored while you're journaling or on the phone or something, you can color on that. The back is another writing paper, and I glued and stitched those together to give this some strength because this paper is really thin. The next page is decorative paper, and I did cut that out around the flower so it's got a shape on the edge, and it's nice and sparkly and pretty. This is a Tim Holtz card that I clipped on with a little decorative paper clip. That's the back of the paper. More writing paper with some beautiful fabric. I think those colors are so gorgeous, and decorative stitching. And this is a little tuck spot with ephemera. I have one of those professional cards to demonstrate tuck spots. And that just will hold right in there up against those flower stamps. This is a photo page. Sleeve that has 6 openings. I think they're 2 by 2, so that will hold another 12 photos, which is great. I always like those in my book. This is a calendar that I have from the 1980s that are copies of watercolor prints that I think are just gorgeous. Nice heavy paper. And on the back I've stitched some vintage mesh lace, a little ribbon flower with bling, and another one of those coloring pages that I just stuck right in that pocket. This is a ledger, a grocery store ledger, that actually has the index tab on it, and I think the handwriting is amazing. I would love to have handwriting like that, and it's from 1938, so I think that's pretty fun. You can see the stamp on it. More Saggy Baggy elephant. He's so cute. Look, he found out how baggy he is. His pants looked wrinkled. That's me. After that comes some more lined paper. Again, folded and glued. A little bit of Tim Holtz ephemera and some paper stitched on along with this beautiful cotton eyelet. And then I used a bulb pin just to pin on this little charm that's a gorgeous gold and purple rhinestones and this pink, sparkly, sort of opalescent bead on it. Then there's some vintage book page that I did not coffee dye. This is just its natural aging. Did some stamping and sewed on some lace on the bottom. On the back there's a glassine envelope with some journaling cards, and behind the envelope is a tuck spot as well with a little card and some sari silk. The page itself makes a pocket, and there's another journaling spot inside that folds out and can just be tucked back in there, which I will do in a moment. A game card from a game the girls and I used to play in the car. It was a really hysterical game. And a jumbo index card with some pretty fabric stitched on. It's the selvage edge of the fabric, so it has the cool fringy look on it. There's a vintage yearbook photo strip, and inside is another one of those coloring pages. And this one's just some geometric forms. It almost looks like Zentangling. I find it very relaxing to color things like that. And then the next one is a piece of packaging. It's one of those plastic pockets that held something that I bought. Reinforced it with washi tape before I punched it. And inside is this beautiful photo card from Tim Holtz again, with these gorgeous children on it. The back looks like an old playing card, which I think is very cool. And the plastic's nice and sturdy, so it will hold some goodies in there. The next page is just a vintage book page, and I cut out one of those decorative paper roses. And again, I think you can see it's all glittery and gorgeous. And on the inside is a Project Life card where you can do more journaling. And then there's also another coloring page with this pretty heart, and it says, "Be in love with your life." Isn't that a good sentiment? I think that's, again, words to live by. So this book is inspirational. It is entertaining. It's got everything. This book has everything. On the back of this page, there's just a little paper flower with some bling. Some vintage children's paper that, again, I did not coffee dye. The coloration is all from the age of the paper. I just stamped this border along the edge. The next page is a pocket ledger that was a giveaway at some point from a bank, and it's a 1945 version, so I thought that was really cool. It's kind of thin, so I stitched it onto this bird watching guidebook, and there's a little piece of jelly print that I did, and just a piece of decorative paper on the top. Some vintage calico on the back. A Project Life card that I did some stamping on. This is vellum that's printed to look like newspaper, and it makes a great crunchy sound, so I love that one. This is just decorative paper that's folded up to make a pocket. Inside, I made a little notepad that you can write on from the offcuts of the writing paper, and a Tim Holtz journaling card. And you just tuck into that pocket. I like how it matches up with the edge of the envelope, so it looks like there's actually an envelope stuck on there. More of the story, and again, I've reinforced it with washi tape. And it's washi that coordinates with the colors really beautifully. The next page is a book about growing roses, and it's got all these really pretty photographs and illustrations in it, and I just did an edge punch. And here's some note paper that's stitched on. There are a couple sheets, and it can be ripped off very easily. It's just stitched at the bottom. Here's the back with this photograph, and I love these paintings. I think they're so pretty. Another jumbo index card with some stamping and some fabric tags at the top. A craft-colored paper bag that has blue spots on it. I think that's fun. It's also got a canvas flower. And here's a little tag tucked inside that I did napkin decoupage on, and some rub-ons. I can do it, I just can't say it. I'll put that to the side and I'll tuck it in later. Here's another photo sleeve. This one has 2 openings, so you can get 4 photos in there. Some beautiful Edith Holden paper. The illustration is just so delicate that I didn't do anything to this page. I wanted it to shine. It's so beautiful. Here's a glassine bag that I reinforced with washi tape again. And this is tan tone sketch paper. I left the perforated side out because I really like that texture. And here's a little guy and his dog that I think are so cute, with a bulldog clip at the top. A vintage Mickey Mouse recipe card that I found at a yard sale. Here's some beautiful turquoise colored lace paper. This is actually a pocket that I made that has a cutout. Oh, everything's escaping. The top is open so that you can slip a photo or something inside and it will peek through that cutout opening. Here's more writing paper with a little jelly print edge that I tore and then sewed on with a tuck spot. Some more stamping on the back. Here's a handsome little boy all stitched onto this vintage dictionary page. I've got some decorative stitching at the top, and on the back I glued together the dictionary page and this paper that I jelly printed and painted and stamped and did some doodling on. That was a lot of fun. I think that was inspired by Shannon Green. This looked like Shannon Green doodles, but it was a huge amount of fun to do. I did a whole bunch of pages all at once. More Saggy Baggy Elephant. Then there's a coin envelope that I stamped on. I can hardly wait to regret this. It's my own personal motto most days. Here's a Woman's Home Companion magazine from 1917, and I thought that little girl was so gorgeous, so I had to put her in. I have rather put on this very delicate, very old pink lace, and then there's a vellum heart as a tuck spot on the edge. Here's another cute little tot. Giving the little tots instant postum. I don't know what postum is, but apparently the little tots are very fond of it. Well, or they were in 1917. Some more junk. This is a piece of junk mail, and it's got the cellophane pocket in it. I just tucked in a journaling card and clipped on a vintage playing card with this decorated paper clip that just has some burlap trim on it. Wow, I can't talk tonight. Another journaling card with some lines on it. A Project Life card that I stitched around. This side has a pocket sewn on, so you can put something in there. Actually, you know what? I kind of like those colors. Maybe I'll just put that in there and let it live there. Watercolor paper, in case you wanted to do some drawing or painting in your journal. This is this beautiful teal-colored envelope with the string closure. It's got a rub-on on it, and I stapled on this tag that says "Remember This," so you can put photos or memories inside. This little frame actually is open at the top, so you can tuck in a photo. Here's another envelope that's got sunglasses on it. That heart holds it closed. And there's a card inside with sunglasses and ice cream, because I'm quite certain that in no time at all it's going to be sunglasses and ice cream weather. I realize it's only the end of December, but I'm still optimistic. Little tuck spot here, and the rest of it is just the end of the storybook. As I said, the whole story is intact in the book, and I just thought this was so much fun. It was great playing with all these bright colors and little different bits that I had, and I really like having the spiral bind on it. So something different I don't do very often, but I had a great time making it. I hope you guys enjoyed taking a peek at it, and if you are interested, we will have it listed in our Etsy shop with the link down below. That still cracks me up. That never gets old. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for spending the time to watch this, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.